ready to start animating.
Hi, I'm Nashlin, and thank you for watching iLearnToAnimate.com.
Just to start it off, here is the timeline where we actually create animations. Currently, it is at 1.04. This is the result when we actually change our um, settings to from 24 to 25. It it will change exactly and read precisely. That's why there's a 1.04. So to avoid such decimal, we normally stick to by frames. So we just stick to 1. Okay, and we have 25 frames showing over here, which means 1 to 25. If we wish to lengthen the whole timeline, you can do so by clicking on this small little box and pull it right to the end. So we can have 50 frames. Okay, so this is the playback head. Okay, so we'll start from frame 1. We are going to do the vertical bounce. So we will try not to touch any other axis. In this case, to do that, we actually swap to side view. It'll be much easier. Okay, so let's click on the bigger circle, bigger controller, which says the ball translate, and this should be the correct controller to animate. As first frame, to create the first keyframe, we will press S. You can see that a red color marker appeared over here, and you can see that these three axes has been keyed. So let's just do the next keyframe. Okay, I'm very sorry. The first keyframe I'm gonna do is actually right somewhere in the sky where the ball will drop down. So I'm gonna put this higher up. Okay, 50. Maybe 50 will be a good value. Yeah, 50. 50 will be good. Okay. And if you have this auto key turned on, how do you know it's turned on? Because it is red color. That means whenever you move, automatically the changes will be keyframed. Okay. So right now we have the first keyframe which is in the sky. It's going to drop down, and we will move our playback head to frame number 10, and we can shift this down until it touches the floor. If you want to be very precise, the value when the ball touches the floor, it is 5. So you can key in directly in this uh, channel box edit, for translate Y, and 5, you will reach the floor immediately. Okay, so this is a very simple animation where the ball drops to the floor. Okay, now we're gonna make it bounce up. When the ball bounce up, well, for now I'll just put it up. Notice that there's no keyframe over here, but with auto key on, when I move my ball high up, it automatically creates a keyframe for you. If you're having trouble seeing the red color marker, you can actually adjust the size by again going to the animation preference, and you can change the tick size of your key, this key tick size. You see, number 1 means it is very thin, which is actually very hard to see. Number 5 will allow you to see at a clearer spot. I personally prefer to use number 5 because it's easier to see. Okay, and to play back what we have animated, we can just press on play. Now, this is what we call post-to-post animation, or in other words, it is keyframing animation. We create the major keyframes, and the in-between it is automatically created by the software using their own calculation. Okay, right now we have created a very simple animation, but this looks like a very floaty ball bouncing. There's no realism. Like I said earlier on with my blog, if you need to have a realistic animation, you must learn to create your animation using a tool, which is the software over here, which you have done so, but you will also need to apply the principle of animation, which is the knowledge of how an object will look realistic in our Earth environment. So let me just explain that a little bit.